Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on QNT. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about QNT. And if you look at QNT on the one-day chart, sitting here at $94.91, most people think QNT is overpriced, but it's actually undervalued and dirt cheap right now. If you look at the all-time on QNT, back in 2021, it ran up to almost $400. This is an easy 5-digit asset in the making. It is going to hit those price points at some point in the future. I think this next run for QNT is going to be absolutely incredible. I think it's going to come in above $1,000. But the reason I bought QNT to begin with was this right here. And this was back when Nexera was still ALBT. It shows you where Overledger is positioned and how it's going to tie in to all of these other blockchains. You see enterprise blockchains, public blockchains, other blockchains. It even ties in with Ripple, Stellar, IOTA, and so on. Inside of a new financial system, QNT is going to be like the glue holding the entire system together. It's an operating system of blockchain. That's the best way to describe it. I also still hold Nexera. Nothing changed around Nexera for me. I still think it's going to be a powerhouse in the future as well. Certified by Oracle as their blockchain solution to their 430,000 clients, partnered with Nexi, who quite recently merged with Sia, who themselves have tweeted things about Quant. When it comes to Oracle and those 430,000 clients, think about it like this. Any one of them that want to utilize the Quant network, they have to hold QNT. Now imagine just 100,000 of them holding 10 QNT. The supply of QNT is going to disappear very fast when it happens. QNT partnership with Oracle is no longer a rumor being kept behind NDAs. Oracle mentions Overledger by name, as well as the BIS, a bank Quant Network partnered with a while back. A big fear was all or nothing approach QNT was taking to their project. They're either achieved enterprise adoption or they failed to win enterprise over, and the project died. Interoperability alternatives like Axelar or Chainlink could still have some adoption because of their exposure to decentralized projects. So some decided to play it safe and bet on those. I have exposure to all interoperability plays myself. However, I think it's safe to say that if Oracle will back QNT when real-world asset tokenization becomes a central narrative, QNT will do well. I think once tokenization really starts to pick up momentum, QNT is the price is gonna start to move very fast when it happens. QNT is a cryptocurrency that is going to melt faces in the near future. You could see the value in this cryptocurrency because it's not only such a small supply, but it has to be utilized, and that is key to me. Quant, the foundation of digital finance. Quant Network is not a typical blockchain project. It's not an L1, an L2, a dApp, or even a blockchain. But the technology they build covers all of these aspects and more through universal interoperability. And, when it comes to interoperability, that's the talk right now. That's what everybody out there is talking about as the future. Quant is the king of interoperability, in my opinion. You just need to look into Gilbert Verdian's initial application for the blockchain ISO standard to see that Overledger was constructed from the ground up with ISO 222 compliance. You know, everybody right now is downplaying ISO 222. It's going to be a nothing burger. Why would you even invest in those cryptocurrencies? But there's a reason that only a handful of cryptocurrencies were chosen. And this also shows you once again how Ripple and Stellar, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others will be tied in to Overledger. It all comes together perfectly. Hyperledger Foundation, Qnt, confirmed that they need the Interledger protocol to interact with Ripple. At this point, all the focus is on Interledger. Interledger is targeted at everyone and anyone. ILP, Internet of Value. That's what the Interledger protocol is. And this shows you how Qnt and Ripple will interact with each other as well inside the new financial system. The Internet of Value is coming, but you're going to need an operating system at the core. And that's what I look at Qnt as. It's going to be like the core holding it all together. Everything will tie back to Qnt. Qnt, get yourself involved before it's too late. The supply is 14.8 million. That's less than Bitcoin. Now think about the price of Bitcoin right now with zero utility, zero use case. And now look at Qnt with less supply and endless utility and use case. People always said, if I could go back in time, I would have bought Bitcoin even at $100. Why are you not buying Qnt at $100? It's going to be a 6-digit asset. Some would argue it's going to $1 million plus. We're just early yet on Qnt, but early means getting it at a cheap price, a dirt cheap price. That's where it's sitting right now. This comes from Tokenizer. This is why Qnt doesn't list all their partners on their page. Below are just a fraction of their connections in 3 aspects of facilitating interoperability. And I've already ran out of room. One of a kind. And you see the partners that they list. You have Swift in there, R3, Citi, NVIDIA, Nexera, Oracle, and so on. This is so much bigger than most people think. Imagine that massive network I'm always talking about coming together in real time. There's going to be a lot of talk about Qnt going forward. People are going to miss out on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Everyone should hold at least one Qnt. And I said, this is a great example of Qnt holding the entire system together. It also shows the connections to other ISO cryptocurrencies. This is what is being built while people are bitching about the price of these cryptocurrencies. Some see the future, others will be tied to the universal basic income system. And that shows you how it all ties together right there. And that's an old mapping. But that's what got me invested into Qnt in the first place. I also looked at a lot of other documents that had to do with Qnt, and every single document showed it at the core like the glue holding everything together. And I thought to myself, I invest in XRP, I invest in XLM, HBAR, XDC, and so on. Why would I not invest in Qnt? I look at it as a massive powerhouse of the future. I eased my way into this video because I haven't done a video on Qnt in a while. And I wanted to just sum up the simplest way I could. I wanted to simplify what Qnt is for new investors out there that are coming into this space. You know, all the hype years ago was around Bitcoin. it's still hyped up today. I look at it as a massive meme coin that's propped up by a lot of fake value. If you want to put your money into something that's solid, I would definitely buy QNT. It's going to be a cryptocurrency that runs on actual utility and actual value, not just hype. And it's going to be utilized by a lot of the biggest names out there going forward. Because to use the network, you have to utilize the token. And that's what I love about QNT. But a lot of people, they just don't see the value in it. They still think at this price, it's too overvalued or too expensive. Look at the rest of the ISO cryptocurrencies right now. XRP, undervalued. XLM, undervalued. HBAR, undervalued. What makes you think QNT is overvalued? It's undervalued just like the rest of the ISO cryptocurrencies. It's hard-holding, utility-driven cryptocurrencies because they tend to go sideways for long periods of time because they're not running on hype. Even if big news was to drop right now, the price of these utility-driven cryptocurrencies tend to not move with big news. They move with actual value. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.